Am I streaming? Yes, I am. I am definitely streaming. Oh, hi. That was a fast join. Hi, hi. Came to watch me get out of the future. So, fun fact, if you leave the stream running, if you start streaming where you can catch the beginning, like the startup board, uh, YouTube will content ID claim your video. So I removed it last one, and no content ID claims. So if someone watches it, I could make money, like 2 cents or something off of it. So the starting screen will no longer be shown. If they want to take my money, they got to do it some other way. Or if they want to content ID claim my $0 video, they got to do it some other way. Let's get out of the future. The bull's just walking in random directions. Can I go this way? Dude. I want a firm, round pommel. Dude. Oh boy, Drakestone. Ew. There are bugs everywhere. Oh, that's... Yes, they do. I'll take the money. Give me money. That poses a question. If you loot money from the future, but then you make that future not happen, do you still have that money? No idea if the money has changed or not. But it'd be interesting. I mean, according to the Avengers, you'd still have that money because now it's the past. But depends on which way you look at it. More loot.
There is no maker. The Elder One has taken all that is his and will soon rule from his city.
That still doesn't make him a god.
Ah! There is no god but the Elder One. The Maker is dead. Say it.
Never. I'll die a good Andrastian before living a second as one of you. Makes me sick, what they do to the priests.
Ooh. Oh, I'll keep that one for later. You know, to give it in case a random, unheard of, totally I didn't know party member shows up.
How did the Canary die?
Of the sacrifice at the temple. Speak!
Never.
There's no use to this defiance, little bird. There's no one left for you to protect.
You're wasting your breath.
Talk! The Elder One demands answers.
You get used to disappointment.
Come here. Why is the door locked? God dang it, I need a key. Hang on. I went to the wrong door.
You will break.
I will die first. Or you will. You're alive.
She's cynical. I don't want to be placating. It's a long story.
We never died in the first place. Alexius miscalculated.
Then it will be his last mistake. Do you have weapons? Good. The Magister's probably in his chambers.
You aren't curious how we got here?
No.
Alexius sent us into the future. This, his victory, his Elder One, it was never meant to be.
I need to find Alexius and reverse the spell.
If we can get back to our present time, we can prevent this future from ever happening.
And mages always wonder why people fear them. No one should have this power.
It's dangerous and unpredictable. Before the breach, nothing we did.
Enough. This is all pretend to you. Some future you hope will never exist. I suffered. The whole world suffered. It was real.
Cynical Liliana. Oh wait, take that.
What happened while we were away?
Stop talking.
I'm just asking for information.
No, you're talking to fill silence. Nothing happened that you want to hear.
Okay, so that's the key. Hooray! Walk in, see a corpse hanging, and go, hooray, that's me.
We need to find Alexius. I'm sure he'll be in the nicer part of the castle, if there is one.
One down!
Come on. Thought it was ready to close. Yeah, just what I want in a castle, a hanging skeleton. Complete with real, decaying corpse smell.
The Magister needs more power for his rituals.
No! Let me, Linnea.
No. Ah.
More freaking demons.
Must be.
The breach! It's...
Everywhere.
Don't look up. Don't look up. Don't look.
Jeez.
Shit. Unlocked.
I can play run away while he keeps chasing me and getting beaten up. Even though I have a buff up that makes them ignore me. Lol. Oh, Dorian, I'm too pretty to die. Wait a minute. I think Cloak of Shadows is just an ability. Is that better than what I have? No. Oh, that's better. Oh no, that's got 7% attack. That's way better. That's a dagger. I think I think he does, because there's literally like they keep everything. It's a glitch, but either way, I'm not gonna give it to him because I don't have anything good. sure. It just makes him angrier. He's happy being hit. He just gets angrier and hits it harder. Yeah, okay. Random person painting.
I am not a child. I can resist you. I am. No!
Yeah, that was Connor.
How can those bastards want a world like this?
They want it to be just like the world of old Tevinter. Comforting, isn't it? You resisted that demon to the last.
Yes, I made Connor alive in my playthrough. Or my choices. So many weapons I get to sell when I get back. Ooh. Oh, that guy's picture is everywhere. Oh.
What became of Felix? No.
Yes, I know.
And you're not going to tell me?
You'll find out soon enough.
Ooh, a banner. I'll take that. That's for later. By later, I mean not too soon from, not too far from now.
What in Andraste's name is that? Hold on to it. I want to look at it later.
That come from
The main hall. Alexius is close.
oh wait, I wanna go this way. Yes, I definitely want to go this way.
Drop to the stairs!
Are they prey? Let's try to take them by surprise.
A little too late, Dorian.
Doesn't look like the Elder One is interested in saving his followers.
Middle of attacking them. Let's sneak up on them. I totally am gonna try and sneak up on them while I'm beating them senseless. It works, I think. Nothing here. Good. Huh. Don't need that. Okay. Impossible. Like somewhere.
Enchant it quickly.
Ah! Leave me alone!
Anybody mind if I take some souvenirs? Maybe just a couple of those pronged helmets.
I don't mind. Go ahead. Or schematics. Ooh, loot. Or schematics. Be able to build a bunch of stuff. Get back. Oh, I went that way.
What happened here?
Somebody had very questionable taste.
including leaving just, piles of built stone in the middle.
Want to climb up and shoot them in the arse from above?
I'm down with that. Let's go, Sarah.
Kill the buff guy!
Follow me.
Sorry for interrupting your dinner.
Thing up there, back up there. More armor, yes. I totally need all this armor to sell for like 20 silver a piece. Oh, ooh. We're just staring at each other. We'll have it. Gimme.
Let's head back to the main hall. I think I know how we'll open that door.
Do it in a minute. You, come here. Ash. Go in here, Bull. Oh, I guess that we don't need a key now. Or a lockpick. We broke in. You think? You'd think if Sarah had a lockpick, why'd she stay locked up like that? Maybe. Oh, Tulls, have you heard a theory people have about Sarah?
Rifts tore apart all of southern Thedas, starting here. But whether that's his doing or the breach, who can say?
There's a theory about Sarah that she's... Because since you played this game, you know what Solus is, right? Okay, so this is a theory that Sarah is also one of the elven gods, but she lost her memory. Which explains why she's so good at archery without any training. It's a theory. Nobody knows for certain. I doubt it's true. I just think she fired arrows at targets until she got good. Open. Yeah, let's just... I love the thumbs up. Let's do this.
I was worried I'd have to search the whole castle for you, Alexius.
There's no longer anywhere to run. I knew you would appear again. Not that it would be now, but I knew I hadn't destroyed you. My final failure.
Was it worth it? Everything you did to the world, to yourself.
It doesn't matter now. All we can do is wait for the end.
What do you mean? What's ending?
The irony that you should appear now of all the possibilities. All that I fought for, all that I betrayed, and what have I wrought? Ruin and death, that is nothing else. The Elder One comes for me, for you, for us all. Felix.
That's Felix. Maker's breath, Alexius, what have you done?
He would have died, Dorian. I saved him. Please, don't hurt my son. I'll do anything you ask.
Give us the amulet.
Hand over the amulet, and we let him go.
Let him go, and I swear you'll get what you want.
I want the world back.
No. No!
Of course, I fell over.
Your death will be my apology! Where are your assassins this time? Tell me again how you're gonna seal the breach. Futile! This world's already lost!
God dang it, go away!
He wanted to die, didn't he? All those lies he told himself, the justifications. He lost Felix long ago. Didn't even notice. Oh, Alexius.
I know you cared for him.
Once he was a man to whom I compared all others. Sad, isn't it? This is the same amulet he used before. I think it's the same one we made in Minrathous. That's a relief. Give me an hour to work out the spell he used, and I should be able to reopen the rift.
An hour? That's impossible. You must go now. The Elder One.
Frig. That's how they won. How it won.
It disappeared for a second.
We'll head out front. Keep them off your tail.
We'll do our best.
We'll make this count.
The only way we live is if this day never comes. Cast
Not the
your
camera
spell.
focusing on stuff that
You
doesn't
have
matter.
as much time as I have hours.
Yes, Liliana's arrows mattered more than Liliana.
Though darkness closes, I am shielded by flame. Andraste, guide me. Maker, take me to your side.
You move, and we all die! You'll have to do better than that.
I'm gonna be cheering
You
now.
failed, Alexius. How forgiving is your Elder One?
You won. There is no point extending this charade. Felix.
It's going to be all right, Father.
You
Yay.
die.
Everyone dies.
Nice to be back.
Well, I'm glad that's over with.
That's generally what everyone strives to, is to have their child wiser than they are.
Grand Enchanter, we'd like to discuss your abuse of our hospitality.
Your Majesties,
When we offered the Mage's Sanctuary, we did not give them the right to drive our people from their homes.
King Alistair, Queen Anora, I assure you, we never intended...
In light of your actions, good intentions are no longer enough.
You and your followers have worn out your welcome. Leave Ferelden, or we'll be forced to make you leave.
But we have...
Sorry, I didn't marry Alistair.
Where will we go?
You still need me.
I should point out that we did come here for mages to close the breach.
And what are the terms of this arrangement?
Hopefully better than what Alexius gave you. The Inquisition is better than that, yes?
After this, stick them up a tower.
It seems we have little choice but to accept whatever you offer.
Oh, here's the thing. I would like them to be allies, but I'm romancing the person who wants to stick them up a tower. Oh, because she will greatly disapprove. I know. I know. Let's sigh. She'll slightly approve if I make her prisoner, but she will greatly approve if I say you're our prisoners. But she'll greatly disapprove if not. I like Sarah. I guess it's her eat the rich vibe. That's why I like her so much, because, you know, rich people are always stuck up their own asses. And I can't romance Cassandra, so... Oh boy, a choice. What if I cheat? Okay, it seems the only people that disapprove of you conscripting the mages are Blackwall, Dorian, and Cole. Oh, I could totally make it up to her later. Considering the fact that if you're Kanari, her meter, you automatically get a bonus when she looks at you. Like, when she meets you for the first time, you're already up higher. Problem is, nearly everyone disapproves if you ally with the mages. Yeah, I want to ally. I mean, considering Cassandra already told me what happened to her brother, I'm on pretty good terms with her. I don't care what Solus thinks, even though he'll approve of me allying with the mages. Okay, Sarah only disapproves. She doesn't greatly disapprove, so it's like 3 points. I can afford to lose 3 points. And I wouldn't mind the 5 points for Dorian, so yeah, I can afford to... Alrighty. Depending on how much audio desync I have, I might have to stop this at the 2-hour mark and start it up again. Because audio desync is so much fun. As long as audio input and output capture are the same, I don't have to worry about desync. Alright, let's ally with the mages.
We would be honored to have you fight as allies at the Inquisition's side.
A generous offer. But will the rest of the Inquisition honor it?
The breach threatens all of Thedas. We cannot afford to be divided now. We can't fight it without you. Any chance of success requires your full support.
It's a generous offer. I doubt you're going to get a better one from us.
Wait, the guide lied. Sir, greatly disapproved. That sucks. Oh well, I'll make it up to her later.
It would be madness not to. I will gather my people and ready them for the journey to Haven. The breach will be closed. You will not regret giving us this chance.
It's not a matter for debate. There will be abominations among the mages, and we must be prepared.
If we rescind the offer of an alliance, it makes the Inquisition appear incompetent at best, tyrannical at worst.
What were you thinking, turning mages loose with no oversight? The veil is torn open.
We need them to close the breach. It's not going to work if we make enemies of them.
I know we need them for the breach, but they could do as much damage as the demons themselves.
Enough arguing. None of us were there. We cannot afford to second-guess our people. The sole point of the Herald's mission was to gain the mage's aid, and that was accomplished.
The voice of pragmatism speaks. And here I was, just starting to enjoy the circular arguments.
Closing the breach is all that matters.
The longer the breach is open, the more damage it does. We should head there as soon as possible.
Agreed. We should look into the things you saw in this dark future. The assassination of Empress Celine. A demon army.
Sounds like something a Tevinter cult might do. Orlais falls, the Imperium rises. Chaos for everyone.
One battle at a time. It's going to take time to organize our troops and the mage recruits. Let's take this to the war room. Join us. None of this means anything without your mark, after all.
I'd be honored.
Thank you. I'd be honored to help with the plan.
Meet us there when you're ready.
I'll skip the War Council, but I would like to see this breach up close, if you don't mind.
Then you're staying?
Oh, didn't I mention? The South is so charming and rustic. I adore it to little pieces.
I love you, Torian. You're awesome.
I must admit, I'm surprised.
We both saw what could happen, what this Elder One and his cult are trying to do. Not everything from Tevinter is terrible. Some of us have fought for eons against this sort of madness. It's my duty to stand with you. That future will not come to pass.
I'm glad you're staying.
There's no one I'd rather be stranded in time with, future or present.
Excellent choice. But let's not get stranded again anytime soon, yes?
I'll begin preparations to march on the summit. Make her willing, the mages will be enough to grant us victory.
Hooray! We're back in the present. Okay, it's on. Yeah, okay. Alright. Okay. I got a point. Oh. Ooh, ooh, good staff. That's better. Yeah, we're gonna. Have this one. Oh no, you're wearing Warden Scout. You're in good shape. Time to chat with people.
The Inquisition appreciates your assistance in this matter, Lady Corbin.
And my miners appreciate your business. You'll have your lyrium by the end of the week. I should tell you, Ambassador, the Chantry raised some fuss when they learned about our arrangement.
The Inquisition must certainly seem an audacious idea to the Grand Clerics. We hope to convince them it is a necessary one as well.
I'll take my leave. Good day.
Who was she, Ambassador?
A merchant. I thought we should reach out to the dwarves to secure lyrium for the Inquisition's mages. According to Lady Corbin, it raised the ire of the Chantry.
How?
Access to lyrium makes us rather more formidable than anticipated. We're becoming a challenge. Sadly, the remaining Grand Clerics appear to be consolidating the Chantry's power instead of comforting the masses.
Needed more than ever.
The Chantry should be a place of hope, not another group scrambling for answers.
That must be its strength again. The Chants did much to bridge nations. Little but the Chantry ties Orlais, Nevarra, Ferelden, Antiva, and even Rivain to a common cause.
Has the Chantry truly promoted such peace?
Andrasti's chant is familiar across kingdoms, a source of many shared customs. That is the crucial point. Common ground is the start of all negotiations.
See the importance.
I suppose a shared faith can be useful when talking with strangers.
Precisely. And these similar interests are merely where we begin. We must learn to think beyond our own wants to secure peace in Thedas.
Yay, you sound too good to be true. Let's flirt.
How did someone so lovely and selfless go into Orlesian politics, Lady Montelier?
Well, that is, really, you give me too much credit. While you're here, I do have a question. The remaining Grand Clerics sent a missive inquiring about the events at the Temple of Sacred Ashes. They demand to know whether the Inquisition officially claims that Andraste saved you from the breach. If it were up to you, how would you reply?
Will my answer change your reply to the Chantry?
If Leliana, Cassandra Cullen, and I could agree on our official stance, I could answer that. We should decide soon. The revered mothers don't seem to know what to make of you.
I'd tell the Chantry that Andraste herself shielded me from harm.
I'd truly like to hear the debates that would raise in Val Royeaux. Thank you for your thoughts. A good day to you.
Josephine.
Greetings.
What do the people make of us?
Despite our fame, we're low on steadfast allies. We must aim for more.
Any visiting dignitaries I should watch out for?
Lady Drummond promised a visit. She has useful resources if we can get her to set aside her games.
What are her politics?
Oh, no, I meant actual games. Chess, cards, dice, little boards with carved idols from Tevinter. She made me play that with her for 8 hours once. Steer her towards cards, if she insists on a match.
No problem.
If you find anything, please bring it in.
Well, I promise.
Maker, though the darkness comes upon me.
Oh, Vivian.
If Fiona and her malcontents are joining us as allies, we need to be prepared. Abominations are inevitable. Cullen doesn't have enough Templars to handle incidents. Some of the rank and file need to be trained.
The last thing we need are abominations running amok.
I knew you would have a proper grasp of the situation. I'll have a word with Cullen. We are reliant on his people, absolutely. There has never been a greater threat to mages than the breach. Until it is closed, no one is safe.
If you're seeing demons everywhere, do you believe you're a risk? Do you believe I am?
We are a risk, darling. Better to know it and use caution. Magic is dangerous, just as fire is dangerous. Anyone who forgets this truth gets burned.
You're preaching to the choir, Vivian.
Tell me something. As you will no doubt have a hand in shaping it, what future do you see for mages?
The circle has to be restored if we want to keep the peace.
That's comforting to hear, but you'll find opposition to the idea even among friends. It's something to consider, my dear.
Well, I got back all approval that I lost from Vivian. That was easy. Just agree with everything she says. Even though I don't agree.
Go in peace, Herald Andraste.
Your open support for the mages likely earned you enemies. Our agents will monitor the situation. If the most opposed can be identified, we may still turn this to our advantage.
No killing.
You're not planning assassinations, are you?
I was planning to unleash Josephine on them. She kills with kindness. Regardless, I applaud you for the courage to stand up for the mages.
In Redcliffe, you sacrificed yourself so that I could return here.
Of course I did. One small life in exchange for a second chance at history. I always loved a bargain.
I love Liliana.
It was still a sacrifice, and still noble.
And I would do it again.
I'll leave you to your work.
Well, also talk to the salon. She's not gonna be here, so just have to listen to me talk to the egg. Because I know Soul's one new stuff to say.
The Inquisition supports free mages. What's next? Elves running Halamsharal? Cows milking farmers?
That'd be funny to see. Agree.
I take it you don't agree.
On the contrary, I approve. Heartily. I do wonder if you've considered what this support of yours will do. For mages in general, I mean. The Inquisition is seen as an authority. You've given southern mages license to, well, be like mages back home.
Yeah, let's flirt with the guy who's not interested in women. So, like, yeah, let's do it.
If that means they're anything like you, I approve.
Ha! There aren't many mages back home like me.
I'd believe that.
I never fit in. Bloodstains are so difficult to clean, you see.
So we're doomed to a future of blood magic, then?
Not at first. But you'd be a fool not to see where this could lead. Thing is, the Imperium was once just like the South. Templars, proper circles, all that rot. Then it changed. By inches. Not that this is reason to oppress us. Still, my homeland should be a cautionary tale, not a source of inspiration.
About yourself.
It occurs to me that I barely know anything about you.
Beyond my being a mage from Divinity, you mean?
Beyond that, yes.
And beyond my being so charming and well-dressed, which is obvious to anyone.
Oh, obvious.
I'm well aware of your finer qualities. Believe me.
Of course you are. You're a discerning and intelligent woman, after all. Now, what was I talking about? Ah, yes, me. I am the scion of House Parvis, a product of generations of careful breeding and the repository of its hopes and dreams. Naturally, I despised it all. The lies, the scheming, the illusions of supremacy. That's Tevinter in a nutshell, isn't it? Needless to say, my family was not happy with my choices.
That's enough. No, he's angry with you.
Why would your family be upset with your choices?
Because I rejected their idyllic plan. If they had their way, by now I'd be married to some unlucky girl from a powerful family. We'd live in luxurious despair, despising each other as I waited to take my father's place in the magisterium. I declined the honor, and thus it's best I'm far from home. Less of an embarrassment that way, you see.
Your father's quote-unquote plan.
I'm getting the impression that you don't care much for your homeland.
On the contrary, I care for my homeland a great deal. There's so much potential. Sadly, we squander it. We refuse to acknowledge how far we've fallen because pretending is easier. We pretend the Qunari can be beaten. We pretend that we're superior to everyone, even our own people. Not everyone feels that way. I don't. Sadly, we're the minority.
Why do you care?
It just seems so much of what you say about the Imperium is entirely negative.
It might sound that way. For all our faults, my people have many virtues. We are laden with history and culture. Tevinter is where Thedas truly began, remember? We treasure our past and preserve it. You can walk down a side street and find nothing built during the modern ages. And despite appearances, we care. deeply about everything. We have no reserve, not in war and not in love. If I truly believed my homeland was beyond all hope, I wouldn't miss it so much.
I go back.
Why remain with the Inquisition? Why not go back to Tevinter?
I'm not exactly welcome back home. Not that it matters, I'm quite accustomed to being a pariah. It adds to my charm. I can do more for Tevinter here. If the Venatori succeed, it'll set my homeland back 1,000 years. I'm sure some magisters would disagree, but that's why we kill them.
If at first you don't succeed, any evidence you even tried. Careful breeding?
What did you mean by generations of careful breeding?
The great families of Tevinter don't have children. They refine traits, weed out the undesirable, and promote the rest. My mother was chosen for my father because magic runs strongly in her blood. Never mind that they loathed each other. They wanted a son who could become Archon to make House Parvis the envy of the Imperium. They got me. A cautionary tale that you should be careful what you wish for.
That's enough for now.
I think I've heard enough.
That's too bad. I never tire of talking about myself.
Tell me about the Imperium.
I'd like to ask you about Tevinter.
Ah, yes. Everyone outside the Imperium always seems quite fascinated by it. Probably why they come up with so many ridiculous tales. Flying cows over Minrathous. It's madness. All right, that one's actually true, but the cows didn't have wings. I digress. Anything in particular you wanted to know?
It seems strange that an entire empire would be ruled by mages.
Strange? Why are you less qualified to rule than some tart with a fancy crown? Actually, the fiction in the Imperium is that mages don't rule. The Magisterium rules. That magisters are all mages is considered a convenient technicality.
What is the Magisterium, exactly?
The upper house of the Imperial Senate, and the only part worth having a seat on. Those seats are split among the circles of Magi, the Chantry, and the major families. All mages now. It's odd that outside the Imperium, you use Magister like it applies to every Tevinter mage.
What are you then?
If you're not a Magister, then what are you called? No special title?
I'm an Altus, which is almost as good as a Magister, depending on who you ask.
Altus is...
I've never heard of an Altus.
Upper class. Those families who trace descent from the Dreamers, the first prophets of the old gods. If you're a mage and you're not Altus, then you're later, lower class. If you're not a mage at all, you're Soperati. That's everyone else. We do love our fancy words.
The Archon.
I thought the Archon ruled over the Imperium.
Well, yes. Technically, he can overrule laws passed by the Magisterium, but that never happens. Even so, he gets to appoint new Magisters, which means all the families vie madly for his favor. Thus, the Archon gets invited to all the parties. The truest path to Tevinter influence, let me tell you.
If it's a fiction, that means mages do rule then.
Yes and no. Let me put it this way. Mages do rule, but not all mages are equal. If you're not from the right family, chances are you don't rule anything. Maybe you're even a slave. The idea that anyone could be a mage, however, keeps the masses placated.
Is that true?
Can anyone be a mage?
Technically. The potential runs mostly in bloodlines, but it's been known to happen. More importantly, commoners believe it can. Tevinter legend is chock full of mage heroes from humble origins. So they hold out hope. Someday my son or my son's son will be a mage. Someday. Poor sods don't realize that means he'll be a quaestor at the arse end of the 100 Pillars, at best.
That bad?
Being a quaestor isn't a good thing?
I imagine the average non-mage likes to think so. Counting numbers and shuffling papers all day is better than many occupations after all. If you're a second-class citizen among a pack of piranha, however, your outlook changes.
That's something else.
Let me ask you something else.
Of course.
Imperium has a chantry.
There's an Imperial chantry, isn't there? With its own divine.
You people aren't supposed to talk about the Black Divine, are you? If you mention him outside the Imperium, people make that face, like you're urinating in public. But yes, we do have the chantry, or a version of it. Night and day comparing it to yours.
Really that different?
Is the Imperial chantry so different from ours?
Not in theory. The main difference is in the whole magic is meant to serve man, not rule over him business. Back home, ruling the unwashed masses is serving them, for the good of the Imperium. Perhaps it started with good intentions, but these days it's academic. The circles are in command.
Ooh.
There are circles of magi in the Imperium?
We don't have dismal little mage prisons, if that's what you mean. They're academies, prestigious ones. We have Templars as well, but they don't cancel spells or whatever your Templars do. They're soldiers.
They don't use lyrium?
Ha! As if there'd be any left for them. They watch for abuse of magic, yes, but only those who are weak or who fall out of favor get dealt with. Mostly they enforce the Magisterium's edicts. The Chantry smiles and nods from the sidelines.
Do you really call him the Black Divine?
We don't call him that, oh no. In the Imperium, he's the true divine. The woman sitting on the Sunburst throne is some backwater pretender. It all stems from a disagreement over Andraste. Marvelous, isn't it?
Disagreement?
Why would they disagree over Andraste?
It's not my field of expertise, but the Imperium believes Andraste was a mortal woman, a mage. Down south they say, no, she's the bride of the Maker, ascended to his side, divine provenance, blah blah blah. We feel better believing Andraste was one of us. Makes executing her less damning, you see. So we elected a man as divine, the South declared war, and we've been feuding cousins ever since.
So, the Imperial Divine is always a man?
All the better to distinguish him from that other one, yes. Don't think there aren't a number of female magisters who bristle at that. Why can't they be divine after all? Same reason you never see a man on the Sunburst throne. Because that's how it's always been done. Excellent reasoning.
Do you consider yourself Andrastian?
The big question. It might surprise you that I do consider myself Andrastian. I simply do not believe in the Chantry. It is a relic, whether back home or here in the south. Something from a bygone age desperately clinging to relevance. It's not an opinion that makes me popular.
I'm not surprised. It's not an opinion you should share.
You did ask, if you'll recall. I'll say this. I may not believe in the Chantry, but I believe in you.
In me?
That the Maker sent you, whether through Andraste or fate. Cassandra is not wrong. You are what we needed most at the moment we needed it. That's what they will say in ages to come.
You don't seem like the religious sort, to be honest.
If you define religious as sitting in a chantry and listening to a blithering hen tell you how to live, then no. If you define it as believing in the possibility that something larger than yourself exists, then yes, by all means. The world is bigger than I, even bigger than you. It laughs at all the things we think we know. The Maker doesn't need me to believe, but I do. The thought of no one at all watching out for us is too frightening.
Let me ask you something else.
So many questions.
I'm wondering if the Imperium would be a useful ally.
I'd think you'd be more concerned whether or not they'd support the Venatori. They won't, of course. At least, not officially. They'll disavow all knowledge of dangerous cultists. Secretly, many Magisters will rejoice at the idea. And if the South falls to chaos in the meantime, all the better.
It would be in the Imperium's best interest to help. Surely it could use allies.
I think the Imperium gave up on the idea of allies a long time ago. We've been fighting the Qunari for what, 200 years off and on? It's a point of pride that we go it alone. They'll sneer at the South behind their silk handkerchiefs and say, "You've had it easy for far too long." Let's not forget that the Inquisition seems to be an arm of the Orlesian Chantry. Anathema so far as they're concerned.
Wow, Dorian is a lot of lore dump.
We're not part of the Chantry. The Chantry opposed the Inquisition's formation.
You think that matters? Don't be silly. The Herald of Andraste. Your very title smacks of the Southern Chantry. You may as well be a heathen. I think they're far more frightened what you'll do if you succeed.
On to blood magic.
Just how often is blood magic used there?
Oh, not at all.
Not at all?
That's what any Magister would tell you. They'd be convincingly offended by the notion, too. Of course, what people call blood magic here, and what we consider blood magic, are two different things.
You call it.
What's considered actual blood magic in Tevinter?
Blood magic isn't inherently dangerous. Using your own blood or that of a willing participant, what's the harm? The problem is that what's permitted only gets you so much power. And what if you need more? You always need more. That's where we get into sacrifices and demon summoning. None of that is done. Not officially. Behind closed doors, it's a different story. Real blood magic can give you an edge, a leg up against your opponents. It's safe to assume that any mage of rank does it. The rest are quietly shut out of power, to put it bluntly.
You'd think the Templars would object.
I imagine they did, long ago. Once, their investigations might have been sincere. Then their balls were cut off. Too inconvenient. Nowadays, only the friendless are accused. And most of them probably innocent.
There must be some mages who oppose this.
Of course. I do. And I'm not entirely alone. Occasionally, there'll be a Magister who makes noise. And then the reform talk begins. All very patriotic. Meanwhile, that Magister will be quietly shunned. Chances are, surprise, it's learned he was a Maleficar all along. Most learn to keep quiet. Me? I enjoy the allure of pariahhood.
Always be noisy about the unjust.
Anyone who talks about the Imperium mentions slavery. It's the center of the slave trade.
Ah, that is true.
And? Did you have slaves?
Not personally, but my family does and treats them well. Honestly, I never thought much about it until I came south. Back home, it's how it is. Slaves are everywhere. You don't question it. I'm not even certain many slaves do.
You think slaves like it that way? Don't be ridiculous.
I didn't say they like it. It's all most of them know. In the south, you have alienages, slums, both human and elven. The desperate have no way out. Back home, a poor man can sell himself. As a slave, he could have a position of respect, comfort, and could even support a family. Some slaves are treated poorly, it's true. But do you honestly think inescapable poverty is better?
At least they're free. They don't have slavery forced on them.
You think people choose to be poor and oppressed? I doubt it. I don't know what it's like to be a slave, true. I never thought about it until I saw how different it was here. But I suspect you don't know either. Nor should you believe that every tale of Tevinter excess is the norm.
That's all I wanted to know.
Fair enough.
Have you gone to see Alexius yet? He's in the cells.
Not yet, no. I saw him before they locked him up. He looked despondent, broken. Not the man I remember, nor the one I want to. I suppose the Inquisition will judge him eventually. I wonder if there's any chance they'll show him mercy. He hardly deserves it, but for Felix's sake. I can't help hoping there's something left of the man I once knew.
Back in a moment. I gotta take a quick break. And I'm back. Alrighty. What am I doing here? Okay. Go talk to Solus.
So we have gained the mages. Excellent. They should be able to seal the breach. You are certain you experienced time travel? Could it have been an illusion? A trick of the Fade?
Dorian was sure. impossible as it seems.
What an amazing gift. It is vital the Inquisition succeed to avoid the future you witnessed.
I didn't see Solus there.
So many were dead. More had been corrupted. Knowing what will happen if we fail.
I suggest we not fail. Speaking of which, you should ready yourself.
For?
This Elder One. You have now interfered with his plans twice. Once at the Temple of Sacred Ashes, and now again at Redcliffe. A being who aspires to godhood is unlikely to ignore such an affront.
Hi. Solus doesn't like it when you don't talk about him. Alright, let's go talk to everyone else.
The Chantry isn't supporting us.
I told you that it was complicated. Without the Divine...
You people, with your fancy robes and your fancy words, you think you sing a better chant than the rest of us, but you really only hear yourselves nattering on. We don't need a Divine. We have the Herald, and whatever she says is good enough for me.
Well, that's mages all over. So many robes, I bet all of Ferelden lost their curtains. I'll just be the other side of Haven, just in case.
Do you have a problem with our new allies? With mages?
No problem with mages. You're fine, right? My problem is magic. If mages sat on their hands, everything would be fine. I mean, yay, freedom. Great for them. Over there, away from me.
Is the Inquisition what you thought it would be?
Well, you're dragging people together, suppose that's something. You're gonna need more trebuchets if you're going after the sky. Or, you know, ladders.
I'll be back if I need you.
Go on.
Blessed are the righteous.
The Mage Rebellion joins the Inquisition. I've got to admit that's a twist I didn't see coming. One thing you saw in the future worries me. I mean, it was all bad. But red lyrium and Ferelden, infecting people and growing out of them, that's bad. Finding more of it really punches a hole in my red lyrium at the temple was a coincidence theory.
Fast of red.
How long does it take for red lyrium to grow? How fast can it spread?
It took years to infect people in Kirkwall, but no one there was actually ingesting the stuff. This Elder One managed to take the worst thing I can think of and make it worse. That's an accomplishment.
We can't leave a single piece of that lyrium out in the wild.
I'm with you on that. I've got people trying to find out where the red stuff came from. I think maybe we should make that a priority. But that's enough doom and gloom. You just won a big victory for the Inquisition. What are you going to do to celebrate?
Going to Disney? Oh, that doesn't exist. A party.
That's a good point. We should celebrate. A banquet? Something like a banquet?
Word to Josephine, and I bet she could arrange anything. Things should be calm around here for at least the next hour. Take a moment to enjoy it. If the world's about to end, I'm sure the Seeker will let us know.
Down here. Oh, why would I climb? I think there's stuff in here.
Herald of Andraste.
No. Lame. Alright, let's sell stuff.
Walk safely, Herald of Andraste. We'll need...
Alright. I didn't want to buy it. Dang it. I had to sell it. That. Guess I can give that to Blackwall.
And how much is Mother Giselle willing to offer?
Can you really put a price on the love of Andraste?
Oh wait, I need to sell stuff. I forgot to sell, like, treasures and trinkets. Oh, good. Let's see if there are more horses to buy.
Magic exists to serve man.
Good day to you.
Feels good to be back at work, Inquisition.
Foul and corrupt
And lucky you
are
have
they
me.
who have taken
In lesser
his
hands,
gift
you'd be in trouble.
and turned it against
Haven
his
can't support the mounts you need, but I can.
How are your charges? Well supplied?
Haven is groaning under the weight. It wasn't built for this, but we'll make it serve.
Heard anything worth noting?
Too busy to hear things, and that's how I like it.
Farewell.
Make her be with you.
Oh. Let's go talk to Blackwall.
Please send Visser our thanks for the refreshments.
There was never going to be an easy answer to the mage dilemma. What you did for the mages took courage. You gave them a chance. Everyone deserves one.
So, that Tevinter guy sent you into the future?
If you're worried about magic, I can protect you.
My blade pretty much protects me.
Perhaps I can do things your blade can't.
I don't know. It has blood grooves. Well, technically, it's the Fuller, but blood grooves sound so much more violent. Anyway, I hope our new friends have what it takes to close the breach. Damn thing gives me a headache just looking at it.
And what are we supposed to do, exactly?
What you always do. Complain.
We've already spoken with Commander Cullen. No one listens. We want better quarters. We want the Templars kept at a distance. And some respect for...
This is not the Circle. You mages are our allies, not our wards. Act like it.
How are we supposed to...
Deal with it. It never ends, evidently.
That's the truth.
You don't need to tell me that.
I just don't know who told them I'm the one to yell at.
Is it that bad?
The mages are here as equals. They need to get used to what that means. It is your doing, after all. You created this alliance.
Well, I hope it works. What other choice do we have?
Oh, I do sound like I'm blaming you, don't I? I don't disapprove. In fact, you did well. You made a decision when it needed to be made. And here we are. I wish I could say this was my doing.
Fletner, I will hit on you.
You're flattering me.
I'm not. This always happens. Nobody ever takes my meaning.
You should see your face.
I'm thinking less flattering things now. Let's hope the breach has your sense of humor.
Oh. Oh well. Might as well take a bunch of stuff before. Oh, look, I think it's a bot. Let's find out. Yeah, you are. No bots for my channel. Alright. I have things like I have one or two things that I still need to do here, so I do believe I'm gonna take this time clean up some of the hinterlands and cheese a fight. I apologize in advance. Me cheesing a fight is going to be very boring indeed. It's going to be a boring 20 minutes as you watch me fight something without it ever attacking me back. And there's only 2 of these that I can do this to. Let's go grab this.
Nothing to report, sir.
I hope not. I'm not gonna parkour that hard. Oh, I see. Wrong way. Go this way. Trying. Oh, okay, I see it. All right. Oh, probably need to go in. Okay.
Marvelous. This is fascinating.
Oh, I'm going a random weird way. Not expecting that. God, it was there. This isn't the way I needed to go.
Miller and his wife if I had to leave.
What nonsense are you going on about? Where do you think you're going, Carl?
They weren't here a moment ago. Weird. They just like moved in right after we went in the cave, lit up a fire, and had the conversation like nothing ever happened. Nothing here. Yay! Statue of my grieving after the death of his prophet Andraste, prayed out of jail. Ooh. Okay. Probably going to encounter bears again. Going to get a show. Okay. Pretty sure I can get it from... Checking. I see it now. Yay! Okay. The only thing I've left over here... This. It's in the woods. As well as... him there. Yeah. Alright, so let's do the rifts in the woods. Collect all the lyrium. Yeah, bro. Down without... I think I can... Oh, yeah, no. Totally sneaked down without hurting badly. See? Like, shoot! Oh, I'll take that. Yes, I know. I can sell it, because sigils always have a huge drawback. They're the same. Health boost. I think the health boost more than makes... Could be. Okay. Level 12. Oh. Oh, no wonder why. This is like... Get out of the way, get out of the way. Okay. No! No, leave me alone! We're leaving. We're leaving. I'm sorry, we're leaving. Okay, I gotta gain a lot of levels to go back there. Ooh. Alright, I need to be level 12 or higher. Yup, we're not going back there. Not for a while. This one is also high level. May just go back and get the other one later too. I can do this. Alright, we'll go for this cave. Yep, guess I have to come back for that stuff. If I truly want to beat it, I'm gonna... I think I have to be level 11 to get through the next part anyway. So... Nugs. Something out here. Let's go see.
The Maid's Rebellion has turned this place upside down, hasn't it?
What part of this map? Templars. Or is turn apart the very... Just in fleeing, and I should follow their example. It's been too long since I saw you, and I cannot be safe in haste. You can make it past the bandits and join me at grandmother's northwest of the crossroads. Aided my staff, we can get through this together. Random staff I can... That's it. Okay. So I can't... Oh. Back here. I think I'm required to take... Might not even...
Nothing to report, sir.
Oh. Probably would be light.
Mercenaries?
I'm thinking Carter dwarves, lyrium smugglers.
Oh, gee. Yeah, I'll be putting this on you. Level. Okay, I'm going to stop this this stream and start up again because I've got some audio desync. I can't deal with it. There's no other way than to start OBS because it's just a gradual drift, and I can't fix it. So I'm gonna stop streaming, and I'll be back in like 2 minutes max.